Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Price. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Finds his big tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Notre Dame right back to the line.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on first down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Back to throw, it's Carr. On the move and looking deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. There he goes. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Now, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So now it's second and long. To the ground with the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He'll try to take it back. The 40. The 30. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
The Sooners line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
Then we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Snags it on the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Wants to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Gonna take a shot. He's got it at the 30. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And there was some eye contact going on there on that last play. Press man coverage. The receiver was looking at his guy like, please throw this up for me. You know we got this one. I'm going to beat this guy at the line of scrimmage and make a play. Quarterback, there was no doubt where he was going with it. That's just two guys being on the same page.
To the air, it's Carr. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully.
Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Gives it on the option. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Quarterback moving. Fires on the move. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
He might want another play. To throw, it's Mateer. Fires it. He's got him wide open. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has moved into plus territory and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. Finds his man. It's Humphreys. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab. It's Frazier. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Makes a connection. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Oh, man, what a shot that quarterback took.
You definitely don't want to take many of those shots. I know the result was really good, but you don't want to get rocked and socked, and you definitely don't want your head to go.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Quickly to the tight end. It's a running room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right front. Nice job.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QEs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man. It's Burks. Turning on the Jets. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Sooners in the hurry-up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fair catch, called for and made. take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Caught over the middle, it's Frazier. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Corners are going to bail. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes a grab for a big play. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here in the final 2 minutes. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
He lets it fly. He's got it along the sideline. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's up. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Sooners! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a two-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. That's caught. It's Bell. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Trying to burn this defensive back. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive in their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking to throw at Stockton. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Here's the pressure. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the eye.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And that one will give them the lead. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Looking to buy time. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Looking to the big tight end. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. Third down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick six.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really shown you he can do all things on the football field.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Makes the grab. It's Sategna. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give as they work on that clock. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Mateer. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And some room to work. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we could just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
To the air on 2nd down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Red pass, it's complete. All the way down to the 27-yard. Before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Making side adjustments here. To the air. It's Mateer. Buys a little time with his feet. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll go with a direct snap. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Unleashes to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown Sooners. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They're dealing with a second and long. Sends it back in motion. Gonna swing it on second down. Forced out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Looking to scramble. Caught near the sideline. It's up.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Young. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Gonna look downfield again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Back to pass, it's Russell. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Bama! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Up now, here's second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Pulls it in. It's hot. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fair catch called for and made. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab at the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. To the air, it's Russell. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there. But give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there. And his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Snagged in the middle. It's up. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Quick completion to the right. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, a lot of space. It's a seam wide open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sooners.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. On the run, it's Young. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time.
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. He started in a great spot, but now facing a 3rd and 4. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Wants to throw. It's Russell. Fires to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got him downfield. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down and run. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man. It's Miller. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Looking to throw, it's Russell. It's complete on the right side. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they've gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why.
Wide open spaces. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They just keep firing. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. And you want that clock to run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sooners inside the final minute, trying to drain the clock. To the air, it's Mateer. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught over the middle, it's up. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover, pick up the first. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And it'll be down right there.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down on the football. Set your defense up for great field position.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. To throw, it's Russell. Rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense putting points points on the board.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense. You're trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.